Hello there. Oh, I'm all washed out. Apparently, I've completely forgotten how to do this. Um, Welcome. It is 21st of September, I think. Possibly. I'm not sure. My name's Rebecca. Welcome to my vlog. Been a while. I think the last one I had of these was in May, maybe? Maybe May? I'm not sure. Um, just thought maybe I'd do this while Mum was out. She's at work for a change instead of she's been working at home obviously because of the pandemic, but she's actually out today, so I've got the house to myself. I'm gonna go ahead and close the door because Jack's still asleep. I don't want to wake him. Well, chances are he's already awake. And just having a lie down upstairs instead of getting up, even though it's 20 to 4 in the afternoon. So that's great. I've completely forgotten how to hold my phone and I have no idea where my tripod is, so excuse the shakiness. I'm not really doing anything today. Like I said, I have the house to myself, so I'm gonna play Batman, which would be exactly what I would be doing if everybody was here and I didn't have the house to myself. I'm also having a snack, the biggest orange that I've ever seen. I kind of just wanted to come on and do one of these just so that I don't forget how to do it, to be perfectly honest. I have like a couple of other ones that have never been put up online. Neither will this one probably, but you know, it's nice to just still have them. It's like a record of things that are going on. I don't ever really have time to do them when things are happening, and then when things finish happening, like now, nothing's really going on. When I do finally have the time, it doesn't feel like it's worth saying, to be honest. I'm getting a new fish tank. It's basically the only thing that's been going on this last couple of weeks. I genuinely can't think of anything else. We're about to go into a second lockdown, I fear. Or, well, my postcode already is in local lockdown. I mean, a nationwide one. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to swap hands because this hand's getting sore already. Terrible case of trigger finger, I think, is starting to worm its way into my hands. Yeah, I fear like we're probably going to wind up in a second lockdown with everything closed and just stores like where I work and where my brother works open and everything else non-essential sort of stuff closed again. Which I have a niggling feeling I predicted. I'm fairly certain I said, yeah, it's not going to work what we're doing. It's going to wind up in a second lockdown in another video. So, I don't really like being right in this kind of scenario. I've been okay, I guess. Things are kind of starting to wear me down, to be honest. I was already at the very beginning of lockdown, like, for me, nothing changed because I don't really have any friends, so I wouldn't be going out. I mean, well, I have online friends, but again, I wouldn't be going out to see them. I can just go online and talk to them whenever I want, and I can still do that more now, actually, because now them are working. But nothing changed for me, really. I wore masks anyway, like, whenever I was sick, so it's not like that took a great deal of getting used to, and, you know, I used to be a pretty bad germaphobe. I'm not quite as bad now, but I was always into washing my hands quite a lot anyway. You know, having hand sanitizer all the time. So again, it's not that much adjusting for me. It was alright at the start. I didn't freak out like everybody else. I was like, I think everybody's overreacting. I think if anything I underestimated it, but not in a bad way. Like I wasn't panicking is basically the phrasing I'm trying to get to. I took it seriously, but I didn't expect things to drag on so long and start wearing me down. I don't know why things have been... Oh, sorry, I've got a text. Just to get rid of that. I don't know why things are bothering me so much now, because still not much has changed. Like, I still don't go out much. I still wash my hands. Like, nothing's much different now than it was at the beginning. I think it's other people's behaviour that's starting to bother me, rather than my own needing to get used to things. I work in a grocery store, which is one of the places that has been open the whole way through all of this, and I work in a very, very large grocery store. I think if it's not the biggest one in my country, it's up there, it's close. I don't mean like a department store kind of thing, or like Do you know why some places have those like industrial complexes where they have a lot of really big stores put together and they call it like a mall, but it's outside, or like an inside mall. It's not like that. It's just a standalone building that's just filled with groceries, and it's absolutely massive. Like it take you 5 minutes to walk from one end to the other. Um, but that's been open the entire time, and masks. We were quite late in getting it in, but masks are now mandatory for shoppers, and they're supposed to be worn by everybody, but they don't bother. And working where I do, we don't have air conditioning in my part of the store, so it is extremely hot and uncomfortable. But I wear my mask for the full 8 hours that I'm there. The only reason I take it off is to talk to a customer's desk so they can read my lips, or whenever I go up into the canteen that does have air conditioning and I need to take my lunch. That's the only reason I have my mask off, is to let people read my lips and to eat, which I think is fair. But other customers just don't bother. And I'm not wearing my mask because I wanna. It's not gonna protect me. That's the whole point. It's not gonna do shit for me. It's supposed to be protected now, and I just feel like people said, "Oh yes, thank you to the essential workers. Thank them for doing this." And I just think this is kind of a shitty way to thank us by essentially not caring whether or not we get sick. So going in on a Saturday has been extremely stressful. Like, I can't settle all day on Friday. I just feel like the day before, I just feel so uncomfortable and like tense and pent up. And I'm going in on a Saturday and just seeing exactly how many people don't really give a shit about other people is upsetting, to say the least. I don't like people in my space regularly. Like, I've always had a thing for people being near me and touching me without my permission, and that happened a lot before. The number of times customers would like grab my arm, or like hold onto my shoulder, or like poke me or something like that. They don't do it as much anymore, but that still doesn't stop them from being in the space where they're like, within arm's reach. They could be able to do it, and no matter how much I back up, people still walk forward. Like, they don't get the social distancing thing. And it's not just customers, it's other people too that I work with. Like, on Saturday there was a girl sitting less than a meter of me at a table of 3. Like, really? We have stickers on the tables that say, "Don't sit here," so you can have 2 to a table, and you have to be more than a meter apart. So she was less than a meter away from me, who was sitting at another table in the corner, and I couldn't get out to leave. So she was like blocking my exit. And then there was another person less than a meter away from her on one side and on the other side, and I was just like, it's upsetting. I just don't really want to be there at the minute. I know I don't really have much of a choice. I only work 1 day a week. It must be worse for other people, but other people aren't wearing masks and they don't seem to care as much as I do, which is vaguely upsetting. I don't know. Rant over, I guess. I'm trying to arrange some of my days off. I don't have another day off until November, and it's, like I said, only the 21st of September. My last day off is in August. So I'm trying to rearrange some of my days off so that I don't have to work when the store's going to be at its absolute busiest. Like, it's never going to get more busy than that. I wanted to take the 19th of December off, which is the last Saturday before Christmas, but I don't have enough days to do both that and take off Boxing Day, which is the next Saturday. And I'm told that pretty much everybody takes Boxing Day off, which would leave me alone in our department to deal with so many customers. I don't like crowds. I don't like a lot of customers. I would definitely have a panic attack and wind up having to go home. So I'm trying to change the 19th to the 26th and just hope for the best. I think if I maybe took that day in November and moved it to the 19th, I could get both off, but I'm not sure I could go another... I'm sure it's nearly 70 days without a day off. It'd just be too much. Like, I know I only work 1 day a week, but the hype for it starts on like a Wednesday, and it's just very stressful, and sometimes I need a break from that. So yeah, I think that's everything. All the thoughts. New fish tank. People at work not being socially responsible, and I'm tired. I suppose that means not much has changed then, does it?